Okay, I've got all 3 towers done. There's probably going to be some little bit of extra things I'll do, like maybe add some toothpicks, spears, and stuff. But for all practical purposes, these are done for right now. Now I want to do the planking on the central piece. This is going to have no windows, just a single door in the front, and then, of course, a roof up here. So this should be pretty straightforward to do. I'm going to do the roof first, and I'm gonna pick, since this is the front, I'm gonna run the planks left to right when looking from the front here, and basically I just need to cut and get started on some length of. See this triangle, this piece up here. All right, so what I'm gonna do here is I'm eyeballing this. I'm cutting a rectangle roughly that size. Then I'm going to cut a piece at an angle here. I'm trying to mirror that shape so that when I start gluing the pieces down, they'll reach from one brace to the other. And if they overlap, it's not a big deal. All right, so that's pretty close. What I can do is cut just 1/8 of an inch off the top. And I got the angle pretty good, so that's not too bad. All right, so what I'll do is I'm going to do this just a few at a time. I'll cut like 1, 2, 3, and you can sort of eyeball them and see which one's the longer one. That'll be the one that goes in first. So again, just put. It's kind of tricky. You kind of have to eyeball it and know where to put it. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm going to put some glue on there and on the very end, and I'm going to sort of squeeze it in here so it's glued to both the post and, well, I say that, there we go, and the side here. Can you see that? That'll be a good starting point. And now I guess what I could do is just reach down in here and put some glue where I need it, but that's what it's gonna do. It's gonna melt and fall down on here, but this is gonna be covered, the floor, so it doesn't really matter. There's going to be some overlap on the roof, but don't really care. The roof is going to sort of be covered anyway by the drum that's up on top, so you're not really going to get a whole lot of detail there. Alright, so there's one section done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to switch over to time lapse and do the rest of it, so you don't have to sit there and watch me for 30 minutes covering the entire roof. We'll start time lapsing now. Before I start doing the sides, I want to tackle the door. I'll be using some toothpicks. These are round toothpicks with the sharp ends. And what I want to do, this is going to be a little tricky because mainly the doorway is so small. I want to have a bunch of spikes sort of forming the shape of the doorway. So let's see what I can do here. I think what I'm going to have to do is glue them and then snip them off. Alright, what I'm going to do now is put the sides on. The sides of the 3 triangles. Pretty straightforward, just cutting them to length. Okay, I'm not going to be putting windows on these. I explained before, with the towers on the 3 sides, there's just really no reason for that. So what I'm going to do here is, I'm going to use some of my blocks to hold this up, just so I can get to it a little easier, like that. I hope you'll forgive me for a very short advertisement here. For the last year, I've been publishing Bexim's Bazaar gaming magazine. Each month, a new issue has been released with articles and adventures and other resources. The magazine has been evolving and improving, and I've been very fortunate to have a lot of contributors submitting their content. If you'd like to grab a free issue, check out the description in the video below for a link. And if you'd like to subscribe, there is also information on that as well.